Today I'm checking out a pair of Vevor Ultrasonic Cleaners. So this is the 1.3 liter and this is the 6 liter. Now normally, you know, my videos take place down in my shop, but this one is staying in the house for cleaning little things like jewelry, and this one will be going to the shop to clean parts like, you know, carburetors and other parts like that. But we're going to look at the two of them up here. Click the link in the description to find out how much they cost. Prices change on these things all the time, so just click the link. But I can tell you, when I bought them, the big one only cost twice as much as the little one. So 1.3 liters compared to 6 liters, I mean, that's, you know, at least 3 times the size for only twice the price. So the little one comes with a power cord, a little cleaning basket, instructions, and of course the ultrasonic unit itself, which has a nice digital panel on it. And on the back we've got the plug and the on-off switch. Looking at the 6 liter, we've got our lid, our power cord, this is a drain line, another small parts basket. This one also has a large basket in it. And of course, the ultrasonic unit itself, which has a drain, which the little one doesn't have. And here's our panel. It's pretty much the same as the little one. This also has carrying handles on both sides. And the back's just like the little one's, got a plug and a power switch. On the side is your drain faucet. So here it is with all the packaging off. Really not much to this. No real assembly required. You just plug your power cord in. Now on the 6 liter, you just take this and screw it into your drain line here. This will make it easier to drain once it's full of water and cleaner. Now, speaking of cleaner, I did pick up 2 different types of cleaner. This one's for doing jewelry, and I'll be using that in here. And then I got this one, which is basically made for doing car parts. Now, this is in a 1:8 ratio with water, and this one is in a 1:40 or 1:20. I also picked up a couple extra cages because this one just came with one of these, and well, I needed a little bit more. So what are we going to clean first? For the little one, I have this selection of items. Now when it comes to these watches, I'm not actually going to put the entire watch in. I'm going to take the band off, and what we're cleaning is the band. So I know these bands don't really look that dirty. Well, maybe they do, but if you flip it over, you can see just how dirty the back side is of this band. It's kind of gross. I'll try and take some good before and after photos. This one is not that great either. Now I have no idea what's going to happen with this. I think this is gold plate. I mean, but it's super tarnished, so who knows what's going to happen there. Now this one has got little diamonds in it. Hopefully they don't just melt or fall out. They do warn that if you have, now first of all, you're not supposed to put in any gems that are not hard. Diamonds are hard, although this could be fake, but they also say don't put anything that's bonded or glued, so who knows on this one. And this one's actually missing its main stone, but it does have a couple diamonds, so we'll see what happens. It's supposed to work great on glass too. This glass is kind of got some water spots on it. We'll see how it comes out. Now for the 6 liter, we're going to work on this carb. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top plate off of this thing and just clean that, so we have a good comparison of how clean it gets it. I'll also take these little screws and throw the screws in one of the baskets, and we'll see how clean they come out. I'm going to take this stuff apart real quick. think we're going to use this cage for all the little carburetor parts. Here's a good look at these. Here's the other side. See if we can get the necklace in one of these little cages. And then we'll put the rings in here. That way, if any of these little fake diamonds fall out, they'll just be stuck in there. Okay, so let's mix up some cleaning solution. This is supposed to be 40:1. We've got 1.3 milliliter max. So let's see. This is 500 milliliters. So yeah, 2.5 of these roughly. And that's gonna be really not a lot of cleaner at 40:1. Rough estimate. That's probably about all we need. And then we're gonna fill this a couple times. Alrighty. That was 500 milliliters. This thing doesn't hold 1.3 liters. There's no way. So this is our max line right here. So, interesting. All right, let me get it filled the rest of the way. And that's our max line. All right, well, maybe 1 liter. Now that we've got the cleaning solution in, we can turn it on. The switch is on the back, presuming you plugged it in. Okay, now, according to the internet, because the directions don't say, for jewelry, you only want it at about, well, for the jewelry I've got, you only want it at about 30. So we're gonna set it to 30. And it's at 18, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that on and let that warm up. Meanwhile, I'll get the other one ready. All right, I learned my lesson with the other one. So this is 3.78 liters, or a gallon. Let's just go ahead and pour this in here. And I don't have any cleaner in it yet because, well, I got too much cleaner in the other one because I was assuming it was actually 1.3 liters. Yeah, this is not 6 liters. Not even close. So this is 3.78 liters and that almost filled it. So this is going to end up being probably maybe 4.5 liters. So I'll have to adjust my cleaning solution measurements to that. All right, in goes the cleaning solution. As I say, don't go over the max line, which by the way is not marked. I'm just assuming it's that right there. That's my assumption. Now we're going to turn this one on. I actually used warm water this time, so it's quite a bit warmer. We do want it at 50 for this because this is aluminum. Meanwhile, the other one warmed up really fast. In fact, it's gone past temperature. But all right, go ahead and drop our jewelry in here. And these are just gonna sink to the bottom. And our dirty little shot glass. So 30 minutes, which is apparently the max. Put our lid on and go. Alright, back to this one. So as soon as we hit 50 over here, we'll put all the carb parts in. Okay, we are 10 minutes in on this one, and unfortunately, the temperature hasn't gone up on this one at all. So I'm just going to go ahead. I mean, it feels warm, but I use warm water. I'm just going to go ahead and put our carb pieces in here anyway. And on. Well, let's see what happens. We'll see if we actually get up to 50 or not, or I'm going to have to send this one back because the heating element's not working. And it is warming up finally. So we're supposed to be at 50, we're at 41. The other one, on the other hand, is only supposed to be at 30, and it's at 47. So that's actually not that great. We don't really want that. And we don't want that because according to the internet, with jewelry, you just don't want to go that high. I mean, I didn't put any jewelry in there that should be damaged by high heat, but well, we'll see. All right, this one's done. Unfortunately, I missed the end of it. It did give me a nice beep to let me know that it was done here. All this has to be rinsed off, of course. (52 Celsius) isn't that bad. Oh wow. Wow. Backside on that is much cleaner. Let me rinse these off, we'll take a closer look. Well, with 7 minutes left to go, we finally made it to our desired temperature. Here is our after on the jewelry. I think it did a really decent job. All of the black that was in between the links on this is gone. Same with this. So it did a really nice job on the watch bands for sure. Now this is cleaner, but you know, it's tarnished, so really didn't do much for that. The rings look good, definitely a lot cleaner. This looks fantastic. Yeah, it looks brand new. It did a great job with the glass. This, it did not destroy the little diamonds in here that I'm pretty sure are fake. And they didn't fall out either, so that's good news. There we go. We're done. Let's see. Ooh, look how gross the water is. All right. Okay, I'm just going to drain this into the sink using the drain line. And for this, we're just going to crack that open. And there she goes. Make sure you got it unplugged and turned off and all that good stuff. Probably should have checked to see what the carburetor looked like before doing this, in case I need to run it through again, but we'll just go with it. I'm just going to rinse off the parts and rinse out the ultrasonic at the same time. There's definitely some junk sitting at the bottom. Here's our after on the carb parts. And as a comparison, here's the part that I didn't clean versus the part that I did. I'd say there's a kind of a big difference there. So my final thoughts. Well, so both of them worked. Both of them did a decent job cleaning. Do I wish their directions were better? Yes. Do I wish the sizing was accurate? Yes. I'm sure somehow they justify that. Maybe like the entire box is 6 liters and not the part where the actual cleaning solution goes, and the other one 1.3, because they're nowhere near that for capacity, so it's probably like the entire thing. So other than that, they seem to work. They seem to do the job. I mean, they're cheap. They work. Links in the description. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. In case you were wondering, that's just a parts carburetor.